Hi Pisces, happy 2022 January. We are going to look at your energies first and talk about astrology a little bit as we look at the cards. But we're coming into a year, I don't think it'll be less chaotic, but it will be less aggressive. And I feel like with you guys, January, first of all, the cards that just came out are amazing. But I feel like you guys are coming into January with kind of a renewed sense of purpose and drive. And that's what Capricorn season's all about. And you're really feeling it. There's also with that, wanting to be a little bit more social, wanting to be out into the community, wanting to even maybe put yourself out into the collective or into the community, like maybe have the spotlight on you. Be careful, because when the sun is in your very public house, in a very public house for you, projections can happen also. So be very careful with that. But this new moon, like we are starting January, we are starting off the new year with a Capricorn new moon. And the Capricorn style is about perseverance, it's about integrity, it's about success and drive. And you're down for all of that. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Knight of Cups. So there's something that's coming into your life or has already come into your life that you manifested, and it's something that you truly wanted. Could be a Virgo could be involved in this. Whoa. Gemini. Oh wow. All right. I guess this is what we're doing. All of these cards. Okay. Let's put that over here for now. But there's this opportunity that is opening up for you, and the universe is literally at the top of its lungs saying, this is the time, this is your chance, this is the now. Jupiter has moved into your sign by the 1st of January, and Jupiter is giving you this confidence that you haven't had or you haven't felt. While Jupiter was in your 12th house, you haven't felt that confidence for a long time. So as you begin to move forward and you begin to recognize just how far you've come, just how much you've accomplished, and you've done it all on your own. You are being the great manifester. The bottom row, we have the Hermit, we have Judgment, we have the Death card, and 3 cards fell out altogether. The Hanged Man, the High Priestess, so your energy times 2, and the Strength card. I feel like 2022 is the year where Pisces is not playing around. It's so funny to me when people think that Pisces are weak. The thing with you guys are ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter is just nice and happy. It's a co-ruler, you in Sagittarius. And Jupiter enjoys being in Pisces because Jupiter's expansiveness knows no bounds. No boundaries at all in Pisces, right? And that's where for you guys, it's a lesson that you need to learn. One of the great lessons that Pisces learns in life is how to have boundaries with other people, how to have boundaries in relationships. And because you can feel the energy, you can see the energy so far in advance, you were shut down as children. Because how could you even know that something like that was even going to happen? How did you even know? Like, where did you get that kind of information from? And then it happens and people feared you. So you began to shut down all of those abilities and all of the manifestation and all of those things that made you who you were. And now it's time for you to open that back up, and it's time for you to recognize that no more you don't need to hide anymore. Like, there's no reason for you to be another person in order for you to get to where you're going, and that's how you're showing up in 2022. You've realized the amount of conscious healing. I don't want to call it work. I want to call it conscious healing. The amount of conscious healing that you've done for yourself is now starting to bring in the gains, because there's something very sweet that's showing up for you. I don't know if somebody is giving you a gift. I don't know if you're getting an apology. Could be from a Virgo, a Scorpio, a Gemini, a Leo, anyone, any of the signs, really. Those are the ones that are popping out here. But there's this softness of whatever the Ace of Pentacles represents for you. And the Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the universe. And we can't often get these gifts from the, it's like getting a birthday present. You can't just ask the universe for your birthday present before your birthday. If the universe wants to give you your birthday present before your birthday, it will, right? Just not, this is something that the universe is offering to you that you have manifested, and it's creating something much softer. Could very well be a relationship. I'm not being an advocate of people getting into new relationships while Venus is in retrograde in Capricorn, especially for you guys, because that's happening in a very public house. So if you have somebody coming back from the past, even if you see people coming back from the past, that could be a thing. And I don't want you guys to get wrapped up into, well, Betsy told me that now's a really good time for me to be in a relationship, or somebody's coming into my life. Even if somebody's coming into your life, that somebody could just be revealing to you how far you've gone, like how far you've come. How much you've grown, because anybody from the past showing back up exactly how they were to you in the past is not going to cut it anymore. You've changed. You've evolved. You're not the same person you were in the past, right? So that's where we have to look at the discernment of when people are coming into our lives. Now, if this is a newer person that's coming into your life, or it's new energies coming into your life, the universe is really giving you this opportunity to end whatever it is that's holding you back and restricting you, and opening up pathways in order for you to move forward, right? Now that you are in this place of heavy sigh, place of relief, of knowing that you create your path. You're the one that's creating the reality by the way that you are creating the thoughts in your head and the emotions inside of you. And I love that the Judgment card is here, because that's something that has been showing up in conversations for me the last couple of weeks, and how judgment and discernment are the same thing, but with discernment we are looking at things in a much more broad, open-minded perspective. We're not necessarily judging somebody for who they are. We're looking at what their environment looks like. Judging somebody for what they did. We're looking at the environment. We're looking at where they came from. We're looking at, so many other things, because when we judge somebody, it's a split-second thing, right? And you don't know where that person has come from, and you don't know why that person had to make that choice of what they're doing in their life. And there's so much of that these days with how people are judging you by what you're eating, or what you're wearing, or what you're saying online, whether you got the shot, you didn't get the shot, everybody's being judged, right? And so there's so much division because nobody uses discernment. Nobody actually is aware enough to think about, and I'm not going to say nobody, but the majority of the people, the humans that are walking around, aren't thinking about the whys of it. And another thing that's popping up in my head right now is the show The Good Place. It was only on TV for 4 seasons, but it was so good because it was a comedy about the afterlife, about heaven and hell, basically, and how you get there, and what you have to do, and all the ethics behind it, and all that stuff. And it's actually a really good show. If you guys want to watch it, it's on Netflix. It's hilarious. It's one of my favorite shows. But there's a part in it where the judge of the universe shows up for these 4 people, and instead of her just judging them for the things that they did that were good or bad or considered good or bad, she actually went to Earth and saw it for herself in many different places. And she was like, good Lord, there's so many things that are going on in this place. It sucks. Like, of course, everybody is making choices and decisions that aren't necessarily good for them because there are too many things that are going on that we're in survival mode that we don't have opportunities to stop and think and be rational about the decisions that we're making. And it's so clear now that when we don't allow ourselves to use discernment, that there's so much more anger and frustration and pain and hurt inside of us, and that's what causes the dis-ease. So, and judgment comes in a lot of ways, where we're resentful or we're angry about something or bitter or whatever, holding a grudge. Just recognizing that and allowing yourself to say, oh wow, I don't really need to judge that person. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they came from. I don't know what they're doing. That's huge for you guys. And I feel like there's this cycle that's ending, and you're recognizing it even for yourself, for the sake of your own mental, emotional, and spiritual health. The judgment has to, be low key. And anybody who judges you is not somebody who's supposed to be around you. And I feel like with this death card here, that there's a cycle that's ending. And the universe is also telling you that, man, it's now. It's now that you're going to do it. Every day that you wait to show up for yourself and you don't do the thing that you want to do is one more day that you're just going to be like, wow, I lost that day. Can't ever have that day back. So that thing that you keep on putting off because this isn't right, or this isn't right, or this isn't right, or this isn't right, now's the time. And judgment is telling you that. You manifested this. And so you're absolutely ready for it. So we're going to look further into what it is that you manifested and how you're going to be moving forward with all of it, because you are showing up in a big way. And we will talk about more of the astrology. There's some pretty big stuff happening in January. Excuse me, in the extended. You can get the extended by becoming a member or going to Vimeo and getting the video there. All of that information is in the description box. Personal readings are on my website. I love you guys. Thanks for showing up today, and Happy New Year. This is going to be a good year. Bye.